Welcome to the stream. Oh, I think I changed the. Hold on. Yeah, I think I accidentally changed the shutter speed on my camera. I was turning it off the other day. It's like, man, it looks dark. Welcome to the stream. We're here tonight for Big Brother Unlocked. We are going to unlock some Big Brother. I'm interested. I sound underwater. Is the mic okay? Or is this a you thing? Lindsay, thank you for the 40th. Mic is okay. You know, thank you for the 56. Can we hold on? Can we talk about something? Because I literally just heard this before I started the stream. Can we talk about how Lauren puts vanilla creamer into her mac and cheese? Catherine was like, the goodles were good, but I didn't love the vanilla creamer in it. Listen, I'm not going to judge because I'll do some wild things. You know what I sometimes do? Put a little bit of cream cheese in your mac and cheese. I don't think that's that weird, but some people might think it is. But vanilla? Listen, some people get mad at me for putting cream cheese in things. Also, you can put cream cheese in scrambled eggs. I've basically, like, anytime I make like a boxed mac and cheese, I've basically just replaced butter with Greek cream cheese. And it does slightly alter the taste, but not significantly enough to where it's a problem. And I feel like it makes it much healthier. I would assume. I would hope. I'm from Maine. I'm from the other exact opposite side of the country that I currently live. Queen, thank you for the 18th. I had to pause the feeds because Paramount Plus got mad at me for having too many streams open, so I can't see. Did Ava start talking to Vinny? The last I saw, she was talking to Catherine still. JV, thank you for the 20th. They just okay. Hold on, I need to turn the feeds back on. Oh, I see him walking upstairs right now. Am my feeds behind? First of all, I'm sorry I forgot your last name. I do sometimes feel like my feeds are behind. Sometimes I see tweets of quotes that I hear right as I see the tweet. Vince, okay, Vince is just giving his whole spiel. I mean, it's terrible. It's terrible. Oh, Vinny. He really just jumped into this. Vince is usually a better active conversationalist. He's just talking right through her. Chris, thank you for the 12th. Melancholic, thank you for the 11th. You finished the book. That's so cool. Where did you leave your reviews, Grass? I did notice there were a couple new ones. Maybe on Goodreads. Mama Cohen. Thank you for the 19th. Nick Allen Goodreads. I'm not even as good socially. Are you Grace? Well, thank you for the review. I appreciate it. There's so far been nothing new from Vince here, which is not surprising. Book Bub. What is Book Bub? It's an ebook marketplace. Hmm. Finally got on chat PCC. Listen, I mean, I will say, I feel like I'm missing. Can somebody explain to me what the drama with Ethan Animal was? What's my favorite book ever? Probably one of the Realm of the Elderlings books. Maybe the last one. Maybe the sixth one. Maybe the various ones of them. Kylan said people are most authentic and always tell the truth in diary rooms, and Ethan Animal told him he was wrong. Sorry, Ethan, Ethanimal. Nailed it. Haven't said that out loud too often. Oh yeah, the podcast with Brittany was phenomenal. What bands do I listen to? Plenty, but Law Dispute's one of my favorites, and they're coming out with some good stuff. Dropping a new album soon, but they're not for everyone. Somebody asked me this morning what my HOH album be, and I said The Color Spectrum by the Deer Hunter. just because I think that's one of the more accessible bands. Another one I might do is like something by the Tallest Man on Earth, because I think his music is just cool. What is my resistance to BCC? Honestly, just an effort. Have I ever heard of the album Constipated? It sounds like a Green Day album. Last night on BCC, Taylor said they wrapped Family Unlocked at 10 p.m. For those that think that's why feeds are down. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I know I've seen that places. I really doubt that they would intentionally put the feeds down for the sake of Unlocked. Because it's not like they even necessarily know, like, oh, this is a moment we want for Unlocked. Like, if they're in the middle of it, it's not like they're going to, like, stop it and then show it on. You know what I mean? Started reading the book. Thank you. Episode should be starting soon. Oh, I forgot to do a prediction. Hold on. Hold on. I got distracted by questions. The latest in the world of BB. I remembered to do the HOH prediction, by the way. Massive result for the Ava betters. Commercial by 512. Yes, no. Oh, a family visit. That's a fun thing for them to do. I didn't even think of that. I gotta say, though, I really feel like the mystery guest thing. Just tell us. Just tell us the guest. Let us be excited. Yeah, Taylor looks incredible. I haven't moved the window over. Here we go. It's a football. Isn't that the Stand By Me bridge? Quinn has a. This is so perfect for unlocked that Quinn is a clue. Hey, listen, I won't complain about Jerry O'Connell. Team Keanu. Here we are. By the way, obsessed.
Okay, yeah. That I was in a film called Jerry Maguire.
Football was for Jerry Maguire? That feels so obscure. I mean, not the movie, but like Stand By Me, the classic Stand By Me train tracks. Spoilers, man. Quinn makes sense. Jerry O'Connell, the only person to host an episode of Big Brother US other than Julie. Do they stay in touch? Hold on. I'm fact checking. I believe you have a prompt. Show is on now on CBS. Oh, we're getting P Gate. Oh, we're double dipping. We're doing the pregnancy argument and P Gate. How do you not get it in the toilet? How would I react if somebody accused me of peeing on the floor? I don't think I'd be mad. I think I'd be confused. You're obsessed with me. I gotta say, that was an appropriate crash out from Rachel. She's literally in the middle of cleaning it up, and someone comes in hot. You dare accuse me of this? Cherry needs to stop saying pee pee. Yeah, to be clear, they cleared this up because Rachel didn't specifically accuse Keanu. She just said she obviously it was one of the boys. She wanted to wake them up to clean it, and then said that if they woke them up to clean it, she just doesn't want to get yelled at by the guy that yelled at her yesterday, which was Keanu. Oh, the lawyer reveal? That actually was a really good reason for. I'm like Ashley's. She's smart. Like genuinely, like Ashley's like just a very smart person. She's not the best player at times. What I like about it was her reasoning. Basically, like, because she's right. People don't respect her in the game. And Will is one of those people. And so giving him more reason to trust that she's like a real person uh and successful person and smart person, I think is a good thing to do. And if he made the jury, he would certainly tell the jury, and it might help change the perception of her long term. In the event that she loses Will and he's exposing that she's a lawyer and they're targeting her because of that, she's screwed for many more reasons than just being a lawyer. Gotta say it again. Don't love the repeat clips. At least we're gonna Taylor calling it stupid. Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity is actually funny. I don't know if he meant it to be funny in the way that it is. We all agree. What was that reaction shot of Jerry? Taylor was doing her transition. They just cut to Jerry going. Maybe it was part of the whole bribery thing. That is a no. No to the commercial. It was not particularly close, but you know, kind of got there. Next prediction. Taylor mentioned the draft. Do we hear from Chelsea in the next segment? Do we hear from Chelsea? I'm going to need a visual of Chelsea and or her voice. A written statement will not count. Yeah, unfortunately, the predictions are only on Twitch, but you can still make your own prediction. It just won't come with points. Hey, just because you may have seen a thing doesn't mean it's going to happen in the next segment. I predict Taylor will slay. Oh, we are going to see the gooing, right? I assume. It wasn't in the episodes. It seems like an unlocked only thing. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else we could see. Otherwise, they gooed for no reason. Oh, I assume they'll talk to Jimmy. Feats have been pretty interesting today. It's basically a whole new house dynamic, so it's feeling fresh at the moment. Enjoy it while you can. Yeah, Kat did say nobody asks me about Riley. Okay, we're back. I mean, hey, that week worked out for Riley. Let's be real. Do you like my Riley impression or Jerry's? It's like 4 ones. Terrible take. I gotta say, Jerry's kind of crushing as the co-host here. I liked Bobby, but Jerry's kind of crushing. Is this the terrible take? Oh no. I don't like relationship. It's a strong word. Oh God, what are we doing? No, 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 no. Oh my God. Oh no. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Oh no, it's pretty bad. Wow, I'm surprised this is on Unlocked and not the episode. Taylor is apologizing on chat PCC. There she is. Okay, I do think the table maybe could use some. I don't know, because how do you get the right shots? Table just feels long. Had they done the HOH at this point? I wonder. Poor Adrian didn't get to go on this show. Maybe a good thing because he would have been like, "Who's Taylor?" I can't believe they undrafted Rachel Riley. This was the conversation that got into a massive argument. She's talked about this, like how weird it is to be in the room that she fell in love with her husband 15 years ago. And it's so different. He's so fatherly. He has like an extra gravitas to his voice now. The first Big Brother baby. She argues just like Rachel. She's adorable. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's so cute. Don't mess with my with his head. His face. Ooh, don't know about that, Brendan. That was so nice. I miss family segments. This is such a perfect place for it too, because like it can get in the way of the show sometimes. If they do more of those, that would be sick. Because like you really do learn so much more about the people when you do like the family visits. Even the one we just saw with Brendan, like obviously we know Brendan, but like getting to see Brendan and the kids in like the context of her life at home, like it just helps you sort of like visualize more like what her mindset is. Um, Somebody said Jerry tweeted about my book. Is this real? Is this really? Hold on. His profile picture is of Prince, but I'm pretty sure this is him because it's. Is it a fake? It's 235,000 followers. Who even knows? Who even knows about Twitter anymore? No, like a bunch of people are following him. This is so cool. Look, while he may hate my shirt, listen, I don't hate the shirt. I get most of my BB27 takes from info Taran has gathered. Oh no. I need to do my terrible take segment. What are you doing introducing Riley and Catherine kissing on the show? His podcast is simply the best. Go buy his book, dude. Matt, thank you for the 30th. I've talked about this before. Because Jerry's been on the show before. But I loved Sliders. Like that was my show when I was a kid. Um, I watched it like every day. Growing up, I loved that show. Hold on, we're back. Jimmy, John Reese Davies. Yeah, it was so. It was such a good show. He's wearing the Team Keanu shirt to Jimmy coming out. Jimmy's actually a little annoyed, I think. Julia, thank you for the 9th. Oh no, they're giving Jimmy the narrative that Vince. Is that why he was so mad about Vince? I didn't even think about this. Vince and Keanu weren't even behind it. Keanu was barely behind it. Melting pot? Man, this is brutal. They even showed some of the trash talking. This early? What does that mean? Can't put a show up this early. Have you never heard of Frenchie? Maybe he's heard about Frenchie too much. Jerry is really good at this. The rant room. The snoring. This is a big snoring problem. I've heard great things about the CPAP. All right, hold on. I need to like respond to this tweet. I I'm bad at social media. There's no way I can come up with a response while on stream. It would take way too long. To Jerry's tweet. Should I? I don't remember now. Should I talk about sliders or is that weird? Does he not like that? I don't remember. I feel like somebody, who was it that, it was last season. Somebody was like, oh, sliders. Quinn did, right, of course. And they're apparently still in touch. No, he talked about Kangaroo Jack. That's right. I did see the Rachel shout out. What was interesting about that is that Zach actually brought us up, um, which makes me feel like he maybe stumbled upon us in research, which is interesting. It was right around the time we started the Q&A, so it was around just before 11 a.m. He's looking to reboot Sliders. Wait, for real? I would actually love that because it deserves a proper ending. Jerry O'Connell pitches reboot starting point after season 2. Yes, because of course you get rid of the dumb stuff after that. The original cast remains in touch. That's so fun. Look, if they can bring back Dexter and it's awesome, they can absolutely bring back Sliders. I am watching the new Dexter, yeah. It's been great. What's cool too is that you can just have it be that they've been sliding for like the last 20 years. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's pitching for the original cast to come back as main characters, but like it kind of tracks that they'd be still stuck. You know what I mean? All right, we're back. We're back. Well, they said they'd pick up from season 2, so they wouldn't have to do any of the silly stuff with Quinn. What if Jerry O'Connell is the mastermind? Yeah, sorry, I got distracted with the predictions. I got too excited about Jerry O'Connell tweeting at me. That should have been a prediction. That's why Quinn was talking about Sliders, because he's named. He said he was named after Sliders. I'm remembering this now. I took Algebra 1 my whole entire life. What does that even mean? I don't know what 9 times 8 is. Wait, I've heard about this though. I've heard this is a thing that kids nowadays don't know their uh like basic math because it's too easy to just like they actually have a calculator in their pocket, you know? Okay, maybe it's not just kids. Hold on, I need to see it again. Okay. The No, I think it's the opposite. I think Keanu got it wrong. Jag? Getting jaggy with it. Oh, this is like the Nicole thing. That was one of my least favorite parts of last episode, I'm not gonna lie. Are we are we doing the like what was that show? Kimmy Schmidt? The Unbreakable Kimmy, wasn't that from like 15 years ago? 2015. So just 10 years ago. I mean, that tracks that they'd be 10 years behind. This is definitely too long. I'm the longer this goes on, the more I'm becoming actively annoyed. Oh, thank God. Jodams, thank you for the 24th in a row. They gotta drop that. They gotta drop these segments. That uh listen, who am I to talk? Maybe, yeah, maybe the youngins. Maybe the youngins who weren't even alive. Maybe they were alive. Who weren't even watching pop culture liked that. No, of course not. That's like an old person meme. uh what I will say is I feel like this kind of show, I don't know if anybody watched Attack of the Show back in the day. um, with Kevin Pereira and Olivia Munn, who were the best hosts. That to me seemed like something they would have done 10 years ago when it was relevant. but but not as long. um I'll do a prediction. We'll do prediction will be um do we get the goo? Yeah, that was her first like big TV, I think. She's like blown up. She's like a full on proper actor now, which is awesome. I just got a text from my agent who saw the Cherry tweet. She was on the Daily Show, yes. People loved This Week in Tech, yeah. I watched some of that. But yeah, I loved Attack on the Show. Attack of the Show, sorry. Um, I used to watch that as a kid all the time. And so, but yeah, like they, I think, nail this kind of format on that show. Um, and I think a huge part of it was just like how raw it felt. I feel like Unlocked has like it obviously has too many of these like segments, I think, in general. Um, but there's something here. It's not quite as like formal as like a sports center or something. All right, we're back. They did try to revive it. I mean, part of the thing is that like that format in general doesn't exist as much. Listen, I would disagree with Morgan, but Zach and Vince on top did check out prior to the HOH competition. Man, they really got to pipe in the HOH results for these poor people because they're not wrong. They're not wrong at all, but they're so wrong now. She's not wrong either. Rachel was in a lot of trouble with this HOH comp. I mean, so here's the problem. Even if they were piped into the HOH results, they couldn't talk about it. Honestly, I don't think it's like I don't think it's actually a problem. I think they're fine. I think they're talking about the state of the house at that time. If anything, I think this is a good thing because if you're a casual viewer, you're watching this episode, you're getting a better sense of the state of the house for it to be flipped when you watch next episode and you see who wins HOH. All right, so we can rule out Derek and Taylor. There was no goo. Goo is on everyone that just said yes. Um, Final prediction. Do they mention secret power paranoia? So the gooing came with some paranoia that Rachel may have gotten some kind of secret power. I will count this as a yes if either there is a secret power or they just even mention it or show any of it of the suspicion that it might have come with a secret power. Shopping spree mention. Angela, thank you for the 13th. Just as a heads up, I do have to run pretty shortly after this episode ends. All right, we're back. Who to goo? Will just shaking his head. The Guorama? Do I agree with Rachel having the worst fashion sense? No, I think I agree with Brittany. Wow, I'm really glad we didn't get this in the episodes proper. The fact that they're going one by one is wild. What is happening? Okay, that was good from Will. This was right before Jimmy got renommed. Yeah, see, Rachel understood the assignment. Woo! Oh, that looked like it hurt. Ryan in the chat says better than the first unlocked, I'd say. That was ooh. Oh boy. Two-hour super show. the, the created by John DeMol is so funny. There's no way this is what he ever imagined. Um, I agree. I think that was fun. I think that was I think that like there was you can clearly see that they're starting to like warm up to the roles. I think Jerry was great. There were obviously a couple of segments like the Ava auto tune thing. Um that you know, could have been better, but like I thought that was fun. Like I honestly like I could probably watch this once a week and be fine with it. Especially when they give us like extra bits. No mention of a secret power or the paranoia that it came with. Um but there we are. Big Brother Unlocked. Make sure you go check out Unlocked. I did not get a response from Quinn trying to fact check if he does keep in touch with Jerry, so maybe he will confirm or deny if he is on Unlocked. That's what I got from Minion. Unless they brought JC on, you know. Um but either way, hope you enjoy. What if it was Leah? That would be fun. And I will see you all in the morning for the updates. We'll keep things rolling. Maybe some streams here or there. And thanks for hanging out. Glad you enjoyed it. I will see all you next time.